Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to another episode on A Better World with Adrian. I am so grateful and excited that you are here and just starting out with that gratitude. Like, thank you for giving your time, your attention, your energy, your most precious, vital resources in your life to this space. I'm really grateful and excited to be starting the fourth year of the podcast. I started this podcast back in 2022, and it had been on my list, my vision board for years. And I had actually had multiple coaches tell me not to do a podcast. They said podcasting is the market is oversaturated, blah 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 blah. You're gonna burn yourself out. And you know what I say? I You know what the first message I want to share today is? Do not let anybody fucking tell you what is correct for you. A good coach will always lead you back to yourself, okay? And you may resonate with this, you may not resonate with this. However, what I've learned is that you've got to, like, if something is making you doubt your own inner knowing, it's absolutely wrong. And you can do a lot more than most people. And things that feel like pressure and stress to most people feel like fun and play to you because you are here for growth. You're here to build worlds. You're here for greatness. You're here for a vision. Like you are an elite maverick here on divine assignment. Okay. So that's the first message. I didn't plan on saying that. However, it's coming through. So that's a message for somebody. Do not let people block you with their own limited mindsets. Okay. That's something that's going on a lot right now, actually, in the field at the beginning of 2026, is that if you have a limited mindset, if you allow poverty consciousness to access you, which by the way, poverty consciousness is just lack. It's the belief that there's not enough. It's actually the opposite of believing in creator. You're believing in dark forces, evil, fear. Um, It's lazy because it takes zero effort, because that's what we're all brainwashed to think, believe from a very young age. It takes zero effort to conform. It takes a lot of effort to maintain a high consciousness, no matter what kind of circumstance, chaos, illusion, hologram we're living in. So do not, if you allow the limitations of other people who think small to access you and to impact you, you will not step into your destiny potential in this year. If you transcend that, if you reject all that bullshit and keep spiraling up in limitless abundance and what you know is correct and what you know is possible, then you will win and you will be happy. So, just like this podcast, a bunch of people told me not to do it. And guess what? I said, hey, I want to do it. I feel called to do it, so I'm going to do it. And I've done it and I've never missed. Why? And it's not even hard. Like, honestly, you know what's hard for me? Not to post 5 podcasts every week because I have so many ideas all the time. So that's the first thing. Literally, don't let people, small, limited people, stop you from doing what you're supposed to do, what you're meant to do, what you want to do. Okay. This episode is all about the 2026 astrology. It's about the 2026 energy and the new earth energy grid that is being unlocked right now. So, if you are like, yeah, I want to learn about the energy, I want to leverage it, I want to know how the planet, what's going on in the universe, the planets, the mechanics of the energy, how it's shifting on our planet in this key fated year, then this episode is for you. If you're like, none of that sounds cool and amazing, then just go listen to a different podcast. So, before I get into it, I'm enrolling one-on-one clients for 2026. I'm enrolling my one-on-one Lux clients for 2026. You and me locking arms together in daily high performance coaching, oracle reading, shamanism, breathwork, nervous system mastery, reset, manifestation mastery, energetic grid shifting, literally the healthiest year of your life, physical vitality on lock, money on lock, happiness on lock, freedom on lock. You can call in your soulmate. You can call in the child you're meant to have. Like the sky is not even the limit. And this is the year when you join one-on-one locks. This is the year that you blow the fucking lid off your dreams and your goals and you break brains for what's possible because you lock arms in this space with me, a maverick who's here to activate you into a higher potential than you've ever accessed before. And you're going to lock arms with Creator and play by Creator's rules, which the rule for Creator is the only rule is there are no rules or limits. So if this sounds expansive, if you are seeking a high level mentor, if you are seeking luxury coaching, healing in person and virtually, this is the unicorn space for you. Can you do one-on-one retreats with me anywhere in the world? Absolutely. Just apply today. The link is in the show notes. If this is you, pause this episode right now. Go fill out your application as a ceremony and then come back and press play on the rest of this episode. Okay, let's get into this topic. Let's take 2 deep breaths together just to center our bodies, our minds, our souls, our spirits for this transmission. Because remember, this is not another podcast. This is an energetic upgrade. And here's the thing, you get to decide right now, is this going to change your life or is this just going to be something else you consume and maybe try out for like 2 days and then you just forget about it and quit and go back to your old ways? Or are you going to implement like a boss and be relentless and create and bend reality? You get to decide. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out the mouth. Let's do one more like that. Inhale through the nose. Hold at the top because you can feel the possibility of suspending yourself in time, knowing that time isn't even real. Exhale out the mouth. Okay. 2026 astrology and new earth energy grid. I felt inspired, called to do this episode because the astrology of 2026 is very specific, it's very unique, it's very accelerated, and it's similar to 2020 in that there will be immense challenge that is actually immense opportunity most people will miss. Okay. I have been advising my one-on-one clients, by the way, if you want me to be your personal astrologer, telling you daily what to do to leverage the astrology to quantum leap your dreams, while most of the world goes into chaos, you will thrive more than ever. If you want that, you've got to be in one-on-one Lux mentorships. That's what I do. I've been advising my clients on key dates, key transits, like you've got to be setting A, B, C, D, E up in advance so you can strike when the cosmic iron is hot. Like all of these things are very, very real. Energy is real. Astrology is real. And yeah, it's just there's a lot going on. So I'm going to touch on the astrology. I'm not going to go into every single transit. I'm going to talk about some of the main ones. I'm going to do a little bit of an energetic overview. If you want, again, if you want personal guidance and more in-depth guidance, you know what to do, one-on-one Lux mentorship. I'm also going to share some of my downloads about the new Earth energy grid that is unlocking. So this is just from my oracle. This is from my channel and what I'm seeing, what I'm sensing in the collective. And we really are entering a new era of new Earth. And the first thing I want to say is that between now and mid-February, by the way, if you want more of a deep dive on the energetics specifically until mid-February, I have a whole episode on that. It's called The Immense Energy until February 2026. Go listen to that. I'm not going to redo all of that. What I will say is that we're still in a time where we're shedding things. And I want you to hear me very loud and clear. If you are unwilling to let go of the past, you will not click into the next era. you will automatically choose to spiral down into chaos and mediocrity. You've got to have the courage to let go. Everything you're gripping to won't even exist in 3 to 6 months to grip to. That's the amount of change that is coming, that is inevitable. It's a surge of influx coming to our planet right now. The things you are gripping to for false security won't even exist to grip onto in 3 to 6 months. So you've got to have the courage to actually let the fuck go. You've got to actually let go now. Is it easy? No. Is it clear? Yes. You've known and you've known for a while. One example of this, it's 111, by the way, when I said that. One example of this, I I did a really deep fast with the solstice. And then 2 days after, I got really, really sick. And I have not been sick in like 4 years. I keep my vitality on lock, okay? This was a shamanic death, closing out karmic timelines upgrade. Like it was all my sinuses. And so, of course, it was my third eye and my crown going through a huge cleansing process, cleansing the last 10-year cycle, right? We are in the end of the year of the snake. The Lunar New Year starts February 17th. Um, I did this whole fast, which was a detox. I got super, super sick, and this lasted for like, I didn't go to the gym, I think, for 5 days in a row, which is like insanity for me. And then I had this immense emotional purge. And what I realized, I've been getting the intuitive hit for several months now about Instagram. I've got to step back more from Instagram. Like there's something about it. I don't know if it's a forever thing, but I've got to cut whatever that is, whatever that frequency is. I've got to complete it. I've got to end it. I've got to sever ties. And as soon as I went through all of that physical cleansing of letting go and purging, the fast, the sickness, the emotional, I let go of Instagram. I haven't done a feed post on Instagram, I think in 2 weeks now. I've posted a little bit on my stories, but not really. I've just gone full ham force into podcast, into one other platform, LinkedIn, because I'm just really focused on elite, elevated souls who are on another level, who are already successful, already winning, excited to move forward with New Earth Elite and mentorship and this work. I'm just calling in a bigger energy. And so I had to let go of the other one, right? And there was two things. I had two really, really important conversations that opened up my throat chakra. Neither of which I'm going to share on the podcast. One was about family, one was about love, or like in those themes of my life. And then I let go of Instagram. And the amount of accelerated massive change and psychic insights and openings of my channel, of my gifts, of my work, the amount of energetic potency I have because I'm stewarding my energy correctly, because my throat chakra is open, like I am speaking like more truth than ever. Like if you do not let go, you will not click into the new grid, because what I did in that purge process, it was about a 2 week purge process from the winter solstice to now the first week of January. If I had not purged, if I had not let go, I would not be in the new energetic grid right now. So that's the first thing I want to share about 2026. You have got to actually let go. You cannot ask for more and shrink for less. You cannot say you want to call in your divine counterpart, your soulmate, and then constantly be, um, scrolling through your ex's profile or liking their posts or thinking about them all day, every day. No, you've actually got to let go. It's a real decision. It's a real decision. And for more on that topic, go to my episode called Decision Fatigue Isn't Real. It's a banger. It's a banger. So here's what's coming through. Like, And by the way, if you're new here, I have a lot of new people coming into my world, this network, this work. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If we have never connected, please email me, introduce yourself, tell me why you're here, what you love about the podcast, like all of that. Like I want to hear from you. I want to get to know you. I am focused on depth in 26. So much depth. So, New Earth this podcast is called A Better World with Adrian. New Earth. What is New Earth? We are reharmonizing the energy and the frequency on our planet to unconditional love, bliss, abundance, overflow, and freedom for all people. We really are birthing heaven on earth. Okay. And our generation, we incarnated here at this time to midwife this. We are midwifing this. Will we see the age of Aquarius in our lifetime? No, unless you become part robot, maybe, and you biohack your little ass off. But seriously, we will not see the age of Aquarius. We are the midwives. We came here for the bloody part. Spoiler alert. But here's the thing, darkness is not the absence of light, it is the excess of it. There's so much light that you're here to reveal. So the new earth energy grid, it's a whole new energy grid, it's a whole new power grid, it's a whole new speed of life. So here's just what I'm getting from my oracle about the energy of 2026, specifically after February. You know, at the end of January, we're going to start having some planetary changes, some big ones closing out 17-year cycles, like 7-year cycles, all these things. And then moving into mid-February, there's a key moment at the beginning. It's the Lunar New Year, and it is the first Aquarius eclipse that has Pluto co-present in Aquarius. Um, that is going to be a very, very key energetic moment where literally the energy goes from zero to 100. So, some overall energies for this year. You've got to surrender. Number one, you've got to surrender to the speed of light. Surrender is an extremely active process and way of life. Okay. A lot of people don't under surrender. Uh, don't, I tried to say 5 words at the same time. A lot of people do not understand surrender. Surrender doesn't mean being a victim and letting, just having a chaotic life and being like, I surrender, I give it to God when you're not even showing up. Like that is called pretending you're spiritual when you're not. That's called victim consciousness. That is called just escapism and avoidance and disassociation from your life. Surrender is the process of you are obedient to a plan that is bigger than you. You surrender to Creator's plan. You surrender to your intuition. What does that mean? You obey. I don't trust my intuition. I obey it. Knowing your intuition, identifying your intuition, obeying your intuition, all different things. Every single person on this planet, me included, has done things more than once where you knew in your intuition and you acted against your intuition and you got yourself in a situation that was totally optional, that was probably chaotic and painful because you did not obey your intuition. You ignored it, you overrode it. And, we can get into all the reasons of why people do that, the nervous system, conditioning, programming, whatever. You must surrender. Actual surrender means I surrender to Creator's plan. I surrender to a new speed of life. Literally, if you want to make miracles in 2026, the time between idea and execution has got to be non-existent. It's like I get an idea, I go. I have this mantra. It's like I know and I go. I know and I go. I know and I go. Like one of my to-do lists, like an item on my to-do list, quote unquote, for needle moving activities every day, specifically for my business, it just says follow the golden pings immediately. Because literally every single day, all day, life, source, creator, the universe, God, nature, the cosmos, whatever you want to call the thing that's running this whole thing, the unseen, you are getting information. The question is, are you in a state where you can receive the information? Do you know how to decode the information? But here's the thing, you don't even need to know what it means to make a move on it. All you've got to do is make the next correct move, and then the next correct move, and then the next correct move. The more you hesitate, the more you fuck up the flow. It's just like when you get to a four-way stop. This is like the most common form of people pleasing and not trusting yourself I see in daily life is when you get to a four-way stop and everybody's like, stop, go, stop, go, stop, go. And they're trying to people please everybody at the four-way stop. And they're like, oh, you go, you go. And it's all of these people not in their power. It's like you are going to cause an accident because you are hesitating. It's not the other way around. People are like, oh, be careful. And it's like, no, when you have certainty, like I used to do this in like riding my bike in Chicago. I would weave through all these cars in like insane traffic. And yeah, I got doored one time. Who cares? Like, first of all, I was going faster than all the cars. Second of all, I was having way, way, way more fun. I was getting tan because I would do it, shirtless in my bathing suit in the summers. And also, it's like when you hesitate, you fuck up the flow of the universe. If you were to just follow the golden threads of your life, follow the synchronicities, and be like, ooh, I feel like I'm supposed to go there. Ooh, I feel like supposed to do this. Ooh, I'm supposed to do that. Ooh, I'm supposed to do that. If you do that and you do that immediately, your whole life will quantum leap. People wonder how I do things and how I do them so fast. It's because I do not hesitate. This is also where cancer comes from, I believe. People have an energetic impulse and then they block it. And it's like if you keep bottling up that energy, that life force that is actually designed to flow through you and create with the universe every single day, all day, if you block it enough, you start creating dis-ease in the body. It's just how energy works. You've got to be in the active process of allowing spirit to multiply through you. Life doesn't happen to you. Life doesn't even happen for you. It happens through you when you decide you are a channel. This is a major energy of new earth, the energy grid, and it's going to be a lot faster. People who hesitate are going to face plant, fall on their place and face and miss opportunities. People who just move with the energy and are in momentum and they're in magic and they're in joy and they're just having fun and they're just playing the game and they're like boom, 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 let's go. They're going to win. You are going to end up at the end of 2026 literally breaking your fucking brain with what you have created. Because you're not just going to meet all of your crazy big audacious goals, you're going to surpass them because the surge of energy coming into our planet right now is quicker than we've ever seen. So if you are someone who does live by spirit, this is what one of my previous mentors would say all the time, are you living by spirit? And it's like, okay, living by spirit means I obey synchronicity. Synchronicity, by the way, is one of my most successful business strategies. I just follow the golden threads and it leads me to every single person I'm supposed to serve, every single thing I'm supposed to do. So that's the first thing. Second thing, there's a window of opportunity most people are going to miss, and it's closing. So it's similar to 2020. Everybody that froze in fear missed out on a lot of impact, a lot of money, and a lot of inner peace. And spoiler alert, all of my clients and I knew the energy in advance and we were prepared. Why? Because astrology. So just like 2008, a bunch of people in that when the housing bubble popped or whatever, and there was a quote unquote recession, which by the way, even if there's a recession in the 3D world, if you're tapped into creator's world, you will not be impacted by a recession because creator doesn't do recessions. Creator literally can bankroll anything that you want in literally 1 second. But you've got to fully unhook. That's what I mean by if you say, oh, yeah, I believe in creator, except for like these few things, and you're still outsourcing your power to the government, to the healthcare systems, to the matrix in any way, you won't click into the new grid. It's all or nothing. It's all or nothing. There's no in between. It's very black and white. It's very binary. It's very clear. It's very easy in that way. To play this game and create your dreams and access your soul potential is actually extremely simple and clear if you have the courage to refuse and reject what most people allow, aka the status quo, aka silently living a life that you don't like and being in chaos and darkness, right? So, treadmill energy is something that I wanted to share on. I was, you know how when you're on a treadmill and you're walking, and if someone were just to come up next to you and like push the dial all the way up to sprint, like if you didn't know they were going to come push that dial, you would literally fall on your face and the treadmill would eject you, right? Um, right now, from now till mid-February, it's like we're focusing on form because in February, March, the speed on this planet is a lot of Aries energy is going to come in. It's going to go boom, all the way to the top, sprinting energy. If you aren't prepared, if you don't have good form, you will face plant. Now's the time for foundations. Foundations over fancy footwork every single day. Stop trying to do that fancy, tricked out thing when you don't even do the basics. Like, why are you researching, okay, what is the correct recipes to enhance my, I don't know, like what are all the most like high protein recipes, blah, blah, blah. That literally doesn't matter until you have actually started eating well. Like if you're doing that and you're still eating like junk food every day, you've got to just like what are the basics? You've got to be eating whole foods. You've got to be drinking really good water. You got to be moving your body. Like you've got to master the foundations. People who master the foundations are going to be able to go fast. People who have been avoiding the foundations and like half-assing it and kind of making it because the energy has like allowed them to get away with it for a while will not get away with it anymore. It'll blow up in your face. Okay. There is going to be a lot of divine timing and fated events in the queue if you have courage to say yes to life, to let go of the past and say yes to the future. There's a lot of things that probably you have been working on manifesting, probably since like not since 2020. If there's things you've been working on since 2020, um, there are some serious up levels required of you that transcend a lot of this. But I would say for the past like 2 or 3 years, there are things you've been working on consistently and taking action on consistently, and a lot of it has had to do with divine timing and this new energy grid unlocking. There are going to be fated meetings, there are going to be fated events, synchronicities, like soulmate energy, like soul family energy. And it's time to receive it. So the biggest thing you've got to do is take action to receive it. I was reading the book Happy Pocket Full of Money. I read it a lot before I go to bed to just keep my abundance mindset on point, especially in the season I'm in right now. I'm just so focused on a lot of really amazing lifestyle and business goals that are wildly interruptive and different from anything anybody I really know is doing besides like my fellow Mavericks. Um, it was this idea of like action is literally how you receive. Like taking action on something is how you receive it. So you've got to, all of these divine timings and the divine meetings, you got to say yes to them and take action so you can receive it. Otherwise, you won't receive it, right? Because we live in a free will universe. Okay. And then the last thing, it was like This is there was a very specific frequency that was 2020 through the end of 2025. And I would say for the first like month or so of 2026 and 2027 have their own little energetic pocket and frequency. So it's totally new. It's totally new. It's a new ecosystem. And then in 2028, it's going to be new again. This is just a little lay of the land of the energy that I'm sensing and feeling for this year. Your nervous system is going to be your greatest tool still. And if you haven't gained command of it and aren't using it to manifest, it will be leveraged against you to keep you in fear, to keep you in fight or flight, because dark forces are going to get more accelerated. The energy of 2026 is accelerated. So if you are in abundance, if you're in joy, if you're in love, if you're with the light, you're on your highest timeline path, you will be accelerated in that. If you are not, if you are scrolling, if you are around negative people, if you are consuming toxic media, toxic news, if you are allowing yourself to think negatively, if you are just not taking responsibility for your life, that will accelerate in the opposite direction. So 2026 really is a year of acceleration. It really is. So now let's get into the astrology of this year. So I'm going to take a drink of water. I have really big water goals. I have really big health goals for this year. By the way, January 1st is fake. It's not like, it's not an energetic new beginning in any way. The only reason there's so much energy around it is because of the collective focus, because what we focus on expands. So the reason why it's so charged is because millions and millions and millions of people are focused on it. That's why it's powerful. It's not powerful because it's aligned with astrology or the earth. So the real energetic shifts are going to be when the planets start changing, when the Lunar New Year arrives, and of course, when the spring equinox arrives. Now, if you're looking for a really big new beginning, in January, energetically, that would be the new moon in Capricorn. Capricorn is the sign of long-term vision and planning and responsibility and success and legacy. So that's another reason why, if you are considering one-on-one mentorship with me, why should you join in Capricorn season? Because you are leveraging the energy of legacy. You are leveraging the energy of success. You are leveraging the energy of long-term visions. Capricorn builds the architecture and the structure to hold a vision that is unshakable. Capricorn rules obstacles. It's the ability to scale obstacles. By the way, if you have a really big dream, you will have really big obstacles. That's how you earn the dream. So, all of that and more we get into in mentorship. Okay, I have some things I want to share about the 2026 astrology. And if you want to learn how this is impacting you, I highly, first of all, we do that one-on-one. Second of all, I have a course called Intro to Reading Your Natal Chart. I will link that in the show notes. I will also link a couple other, I'll just link my whole masterclasses and programs page. But if you want to go deeper into learning about any of these energies, I have breathwork journeys associated with every single one, and just like so many resources for you to learn about this on your own. So, the first major thing that happens is at the end of January, Neptune is going to enter Aries. So, a lot of 2025 was this going back and forth between the end of Pisces, the beginning of Aries. The end of Pisces is the end of the whole entire zodiac wheel. It's completion, it's ending, it's forgiveness, it's unity consciousness, it is surrender, it is art, it is the mystic, it is sound healing, it is the subconscious mind, it's also escapism, it's addiction, it's avoidance. So we've been toying between that you know, um, Pisces is death, it's the 12th house. And then Aries is spring, new beginnings, let's fucking go, just do it energy. It's bold moves, it's action. It's fortune favors the bold. It's literally the flower in the spring, literally to push through the soil. It's got to have some oomph. It's got to have some energy. Aries is the ram. It literally rams its head into a goal until it gets its goal. Now, when we were talking about hesitation earlier in this episode, um, Aries does not like the opposite of Aries is Libra. Libra hesitates and people pleases and placates the comfort zones of everybody without ever giving themselves what they need. Aries is about I am, while Libra's hesitating and hemming and hawing and breaking self trust. Aries did the damn thing 3 times, got feedback 3 times, and is on a whole new timeline in life. So there's going to be a lot of movement into Aries this year. Neptune has been in Pisces for it's either 11 or 17 years. I can't remember which one. But now until 2038, it's going to be in Aries. So the background frequency of unity consciousness and the subconscious mind is going from this watery surrender liminal energy to this extremely fiery get up and go quick accelerated. It literally sparks. It starts the whole zodiac. That's at the end of January. Then Saturn moves into Aries in the middle of February, okay? There's going to be a Neptune Saturn conjunction, which is a lot is going to happen in the collective about what's real, what's not real, what's real, what's not real. There's going to be a lot about AI. Keep your blinders on, take command of your brain. One the master class I would say for you for around this time would be Aries Audacity breathwork for sure for you to master Aries energy. Um, so that's going to be when things really start picking up. So January, it's really time to build. January is time to build and make moves on a long-term vision while we have some stable energy because shit's going to get more accelerated and quick at the end of January, mid-February. Mid-February, we also have the first um eclipse in Aquarius. Eclipses are times of sudden shocking change, beginnings and endings. They're electric voltage through the collective. Now, something I've seen and talked about it briefly in another podcast. I'm going to mention it again here. I think that a global blackout is possible and probable in 2026. This means I think that these solar flares that we're having have the potential to wipe out the power grids on the entire planet. So this means no electricity, no banks, no stores, no running water, literally for the whole world. Like that's what that would mean. And I've seen it through my third eye. I don't know, like it's very, very probable it could not happen. It also could happen. So I would be prepared having some supplies on hand. I think that could happen in the spring. And also, it's like it would be kind of like COVID in the terms of like a total reset on humanity. Like, what happens when we don't have electricity again? And we've got to, rely on local community and living from the land and all these things, and not be on screens all day. So that's something that could happen with all of these surges. But there's an eclipse, a really important eclipse in the middle of February that's in Aquarius. Aquarius is a sign of the collective, it's invention, innovation, it is objectivity, it is the humanitarian, it's where Pluto is. So there's going to be a major beginning or ending in power dynamics in the collective and innovation. So that is a huge turning point, that eclipse. And then it's also happening around the time of the Lunar New Year. So it's a major, major shifting time. Now, a lot of outer planets are making big changes this year. So Neptune and Saturn are both going into Aries. Uranus, is going to, in May, no, in April, Uranus is going to permanently enter Gemini until 2032. So think about what I've shared so far. We have all of these planets shifting into signs they're going to be until 2038, 2032. Okay. Pluto's in Aquarius till like 2040 something. Like there was Uranus is the planet of shock, upheaval, change, and revolution. And it shifted into Taurus in 2018. So a cycle that started for you, for me, for all of us back in 2018, both collectively and individually, is coming to an end. And we're entering a new cycle. Uranus in Gemini. Uranus in Taurus moves slow because Taurus is fixed earth. It's extremely stubborn. It's Mother Earth. It's the body. It's food. It's why it's finances. It's wealth. That's why there was shock and disruption in the financial system, shock and disruption in the food system, like all of that, supply chain, tariffs, like all of these things. Uranus and Taurus. Okay, Uranus and Gemini. Gemini is already a tornado of change. Gemini is the twins. It's quick, it's fast, it's change, it's curiosity, it's delight, it's the inner child, it's knowledge. Um, we can expect a lot of spreading of misinformation, extreme acceleration of AI in ways people don't realize they're underestimating. If you want to look back for clues on a bit of this energy that's coming up, these major shifts, you want to look back at what was happening between May and July and between May and July all the way till September a little bit. Um, in your life is going to be kind of like a clue for what is coming in the energetic signature that's starting, the moment Neptune shifts into Aries. We have Neptune shifts, Saturn shifts, then Uranus shifts into Gemini, okay? It's the amount of sudden, shocking change and upheaval is insane. It's intense and it's really, really, really quick. It's like that accelerated so quickly. It's so different from Uranus and Taurus. Why? Because Taurus is fixed energy. It's hard to change. Gemini is mutable. It's always in motion anyways, and it's air. Air moves a lot quicker than a fucking mountain. A mountain doesn't move. So that's another thing that's happening this year. It's going to be a major change, a lot of tech advancement and change. A lot of like negative energy can be coming up, shock, upheaval in misinformation, upheaval in tech, like just so much upheaval. That's why with like a potential solar flare blackout, I'm like, oh, it would probably happen when Uranus is in Gemini because of shock upheaval in the sign of technology and spreading information. Like, yeah. Chiron is also going to shift into Taurus. And so then there's like these two, there's like the spring quarterly, we have all those shifts, and then May is kind of like chill while we figure out, okay, this is a little bit of the new frequency. Then this summer it pops off again because Chiron enters Taurus and Jupiter enters Leo both in June. So something to know about those are both are fixed signs. Taurus is fixed earth, Leo is fixed fire. Chiron is the wounded healer. So where Uranus has been in Taurus since 2018, now Chiron is going to enter Taurus. Chiron is moving from Aries to Taurus. It's the wounded healer. It's where the light enters. It's deep healing medicine, but receiving the medicine by first exposing the depth of the wound. So Taurus is Mother Earth. It's the body. It's the feminine. It is the five earthly senses. It is food. It is money. So there's a lot of healing going to be happening in the next 7 years because that's till 2033 in these frequencies, specifically with Mother Earth. There's going to be a lot of exposure of how wounded Mother Earth is and a lot of opportunity to actually heal that wound. So it's going to be really, really powerful and amazing. And then Jupiter is going to enter Leo. Jupiter, the planet of luck, abundance, expansion, opportunity, the Oprah of the zodiac. But you know, Oprah only gives a car to people who buy the damn ticket. So if you're not buying a ticket to your damn life, you will not be blessed in abundance. Jupiter expands everything it touches. In Leo, it's about courage, it's about heart. It will it's about leadership. It is about that roaring. Leo rules the whole zodiac. It is that fire. It is that lion. It can be me energy. It can be very ego driven. So prepare for your ego to die. Um, and then the other big thing happening this summer is that the nodes are going to change to the Leo Aquarius axis. So the past 2 years, we've been working with North Node in Pisces as the destiny point and South Node in Virgo, which has been the karmic purge point. Now we're shifting. The destiny point is going to be in Aquarius, okay? A surge of energy into Aquarius, aligning us all into our destiny individually and the destiny of the collective, right? The first the first time that the North Node will be in Pisces, or not in Pisces, the first time the North Node will be in Aquarius while Pluto's in Aquarius. It's highly auspicious. And then South Node is going to be in Leo, okay? Purging any parts of your ego that are harmful, purging any self serving things, purging any fears you have to being seen. Leo's about being seen, it's about shining your light. A lot of people, and you may be one of them, you say you're here to lead, you say you're here for a better world, and then you're unwilling to be seen, right? That is all going to come up this year. So the amount of massive acceleration and change, it goes all the way through the end of June. And then we kind of are like, okay, we're getting our footing in this frequency. And like this is the new normal. Holy shit. Like that escalated quickly. There's going to be chaos, there's going to be challenge, there's going to be miracles, there's going to be magic, there's going to be all of it. If you can stay keyed into the things I was sharing at the beginning of this episode, you you study this energy and you leverage it. Like listening to this podcast is cool. That doesn't mean you're leveraging the energy though. Do not let this be entertainment. Please make this embodiment. Please. That's why I do this. And if you're going to move from information to implementation, integration, installation, become my client. Become my client. Change your life. Literally, it's going to be the best year ever. There's a Venus retrograde cycle at the end in October and November that is in Scorpio and Libra that's going to be bringing back a lot of unhealed power dynamics, a lot of old karmic relationship patterns. A lot of divine union templates are being activated right now on our planet. And so a lot of things that we cannot move forward with for because Venus is the planet of love, beauty, art, and money, everything we all want. So old money stuff is going to come up too. With Scorpio, it's going to be about quantum money. You've got to step into the idea and the embodiment of quantum money. No more linear money. No more linear time. Linear time is mediocrity. Linear time is not the vibe. Linear time, like if you're gonna grip to the matrix and the old structures, that's a choice for linear time. If you want to access quantum time and collapse time, you've got to be embodying all this work relentlessly, not just once, not just twice, but like this is who I be, this is my lifestyle. Like I completely reject the lies of the status quo and I fully choose unconditionally creator, the cosmos, the universe, all of these things. So we're going to end the year on a bit of a reflective note. There's nothing super crazy happening like next December in terms of like large transits or planetary shifts. Basically, we're going to go from 0 to 100 in just a few short months, and then just going to be a whole new ecosystem energetically, and it's a new grid. And this is why, so my by the way, I'm enrolling and booking spots for my Greece Atlantis retreat in at the summer solstice in Greece. Spoiler alert, I'm getting my Greece visa in 2026. Yeah, I am. So, come to Greece for a week, be activated into the Atlantean codes. That's extremely North Node in Aquarius. Um, in June, when all of that stuff is happening, when there's a new moon in Gemini, it's when Chiron is going to enter Taurus, and then Jupiter is going to enter Leo. It's all happening around that time. And eclipses this year is wild. It'll be one for the books. Like, make sure you write these dates down in your calendar. And yeah, if I have anything to close on, it's that this year is all about acceleration. And if you are someone who knows energy, studies it, and you just take relentless responsibility for creating your own reality, you will do amazing things in 2026. If you are someone who half-asses that and only does it sometimes, you will not get what you want. You will not create dreams. You will not reveal light. You will not live a life of miracles. You will be swept into chaos because the chaos is going to accelerate way more than ever, right? So, this is the 2026 astrology. This is the new Earth energy grid that we're clicking into. It's new coordinates for a new reality. And I couldn't be more excited. So, let me know, comment on this on Spotify, like what stuck out to you. If we've never connected, feel free to email me. I always love hearing from you. And yeah, if you want to go into this work with me, one-on-one Lux mentorship, the link to apply is in the show notes. The Greece Atlantis retreat in June, you can book your spot now. There's only 10 spots, highly intimate invite only. So definitely apply now. Um, Book your spot now. And then I am going to sprinkle some goodies in the show notes for like the master classes and breathwork page and all of that if you want to just dive into some of my on-demand teachings about all of this that go so much deeper than a podcast. And like, obviously, the breath work is a total quantum leap in itself. So amazing, amazing, amazing. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for being here. Go out there, be the change, be the light, be the real you. Make a stranger smile. Make 2026 your best year ever. And the year we make a better world, right? I will see you next time on A Better World with Adrian.